Very good afternoon, everyone. We welcome you all to this 5 days virtual faculty development program on Education 5.0. I am Vishwapriya, Assistant Professor, Department of Information Technology, Dr. MGR Educational and Research Institute. We have come to the final day of our FDP with yet another interesting topic and happy to have you all here. The speaker of today's session is Dr. V. Cirilraj Sir, Additional Registrar and Professor, Dr. MGR Educational and Research Institute. And today's session is going to be on Rehumanizing Education Beyond Education 5.0 to achieve Vision 2030. I first request Dr. N. Kanya ma'am, Head of the Department and Additional Dean ENT, to give the formal welcome address.
Thank you, Vishwapriya. Respected dignitaries, esteemed faculty members, and dear participants. It's with great pleasure and sense of accomplishment that I welcome you all to the validatory session of 5 days faculty development program on Education 5.0, organized by Department of Information Technology in association with Academic Staff College, Dr. MGR Educational Research Institute. Before we proceed further, I would like to express our heartfelt gratitude to Dr. A.C. Shanmugam, the founder, chancellor of our university, and our president, Engineer Arun Kumar, president of our university, for their unwavering support and guidance. Their visionary leadership has been instrumental in shaping us and shaping the success of our institution. Today, we have a privilege of concluding this enlightened program with a session speaker, Dr. V. Cirilraj, Additional Registrar, Professor at Dr. MGR Educational Research Institute. He will be delivering a thoughtful, provoking address on rehumanizing education beyond education 5.0 to achieve the Vision 2030. Dr. Silraj is insightful, will shed light on the importance of incorporating human values and holistic approach in education to shape a better future. We welcome you, sir. I would like to extend my sincere thanks to the coordinator and organizers of this program, Dr. Dalia Sam and Mr. Vijay and their dedicated and their team. Their tireless effort and meticulous planning have contributed to success of this faculty development program. Over the course of past 5 days, we have had the opportunity to deliver into various facts of Education 5.0 and its implications for the further future of teaching and learning. We have been fortunate to hear from renowned speakers who have shared their expertise and valuable insights. This program aims to foster collaboration, innovation, and the exchange of knowledge among the educators. It has been a platform of exchanging discussions, fruitful interactions, and the explorations of new teaching methodologies aligned with the challenging educational landscape. As we conclude this program, I encourage each participant to reflect on the knowledge gained and consider how it can be applied in your respective education context. Let us carry forward the spirit of Education 5.0, incorporating its principle and leveraging technology to create inclusive and learner-centric education environment. Once again, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to all the participants, our distinguished speaker, Dr. Silraj, and our coordinator and organizer, Dr. Dalia Sam, and Mr. Vijay Rasu, for their valuable contribution to this program. I hope that this program has been a renewing experience for everyone involved, and that it will be inspires us to embrace new possibility approach in education. Thank you all for your active participation and dedication. Wishing you continued success in your educational endeavors. Welcome you all once again. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for that warm welcome. Next, I call upon Dr. Dalia Sam, Professor, Department of Information Technology, to introduce our chief guest.
Sorry. Yeah, thank you, ma'am. A very good afternoon to all the participants. It is with great pleasure and honor that I introduce to you our esteemed chief guest and resource person for this day, Professor Dr. V. Cyril Raj. Sir is a highly accomplished individual with a remarkable academic and professional background. Professor Dr. V. Cyril Raj holds a PhD in computer science from Jadavpur University, master's degree in computer science engineering from Government College of Technology, and bachelor's degree in electronics and communication engineering from PSNA College of Engineering and Technology. Currently, Sir serves as the additional registrar of administration and professor of CSE and IT department at the renowned Dr. MGR Educational and Research Institute, Chennai. With about 3 decades of teaching experience in computer science and engineering, he has made significant impact in the education sector. Throughout his illustrious career, Cyril Sir has held various academic administrative positions within the academic realm. He has served as the Joint Registrar and Dean of Engineering and Technology. Sir's contributions to academia extend beyond his administrative roles. He is an active member of prestigious professional societies such as CSI and IEEE. He has supervised and guided numerous PhD scholars and has served as an expert member in leading universities across South India. His research interests encompass diverse areas including bioinformatics, cyber forensics, wireless networks, intelligent transportation system, and cloud computing. Sir is a prolific author, reviewer, and editor with several publications in international journals to his credit. As the chief editor of International Journal of Computational Intelligence, he has contributed significantly to the knowledge in this field. He has also earned some prestigious awards, including Outstanding Researcher Award. He has played a crucial role in establishing the Business Incubation Center in collaboration with the Ministry of MSME and DST. His commitment to promoting research and development has led to the successful acquisition of funding from various research projects. Furthermore, Sir's vision and leadership have been instrumental in establishing collaborations with various academic institutions worldwide, including from countries such as USA, UK, Singapore, and France. On the whole, Cyril Sir is a multifaceted personality encompassing academic achievements, administrative acumen, research contributions, and entrepreneurial endeavors. We are privileged to have him as our resource person today, and I'm confident that his talk is going to enrich all of our knowledge.
Thank you, Dalia ma'am. Now comes the time to hand over the session to our speaker of today's session, Dr. V. Cyril Raj sir. Sir, you can take over the session.
Thank you, Priya Madam. First of all, I would like to thank the Department of Information Technology of our university, headed by Dr. Kanya, for providing such a wonderful opportunity. I have to thank the FDP coordinator, Dr. Dalia Sham, for a lavish introduction about me. I hope she would have got the help from ChatGPT to prepare the introductory details about me. But now I feel that I should have given more in points also. So anyway, these more and more points, what actually she's going to read. As a faculty member, that actually we have to find out which are correct and which are wrong also. So we should not, as a faculty member, we should have that attitude to go deep onto what is being told also. This is one of important quality of a good teacher. So I think with that simple note, with the thanks to Dr. Dalia, let me start my presentation. That is 1 minute. Let me take a minute of your time to prepare my presentation. So in the meantime, it is my presentation is getting ready. Yeah. Is it visible? My screen is it visible? Hello?
Sir? Yeah, it's visible, sir.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. There is a famous quote, tell me and I forget, teach me and I remember, involve me and I learn. This is a quote by Franklin, Benjamin Franklin. So with that, let me start my presentation. These are the quotes of education. The definition of education by some of the well-known people whom we admire. Swami Vivekananda says education is a manifestation of perfection already present in a man. So there is a perfection, but actually it need to be properly manifested. And then our father of our nation said, by education, I mean an all-round drawing output, the best in the child and man, the body, mind, and spirit. So then the other persons like education is a process by which the child makes the internal and then external. So many philanthropists and then the leaders have said a lot of things about the education. But if you see the present education system, where we solely decide the performance of a student based only on the examination. See, wherever we go, we see only the mark, but we fail to see the overall development of that particular student. Even in this particular slide, I have given how the present education system has been commented. That is the enemy of true education and obstacle to learning. See, even current education system is an obstacle to learning, a dead hand education, a growing tyranny. See these words. A blood sucker, and then again the current education system nuclear abets the suicidal incidents also, the killer examinations. There are a lot. In the Times of India, there was an article. Many such articles are frequently coming, and then anxiety, stress, fear of failure, psycho-emotional impacts. So these are the byproducts of the present education system. And then always we play with we go with the cutoff scores and then the grades, and then the pass and then fail. And then if it is pass, live in a comfortable life. If it is a failure, the failure in life. So these are the branding for failures. So with this, then let us see how the very important people, educationists, are commenting about our education system. That is, the examination system considered the totality of evaluation. So it is a real concern for all of us. The focus on memory instead of understanding and thinking. So this was the view of Professor Espal Sharma, the former UGC chairman. And then the next view, the parents do not accept children as they are and flog them like horses. So this is what exactly you and then me and then all the parents. I mean, in most of the countries are, treating our child. So they have been treated as the horse. So where the horse should always run for the first in the run race, and then exams are made out to be monsters rather than stepping stone. So this is by Jitendra Nagpal, a psychiatrist. And then at present, the examination stress only information about the subjects clear. The faculties do little more than to teach the information about the subject, and students learn only the information about the particular subject. Clear? Not more than that. Only the information about that particular subject, not the knowledge, and then how to make use of this knowledge for various other solutions also. So those sort of thinking is not being practiced in most of the education system. So the present system of assessment and an evaluation, where see as a faculty or as well as the student, this is common. Less time for co-curricular, and then more pressure on students, because actually, as faculty members, we know so how to put more and more pressure onto the students for for augmented learning, as well as even to understand some of the things what we have already teach them also. So a lot of pressure on them, and then hardly syllabus were completely covered, and then paucity of time also. I think some of you agree with me. There was recently there was a WhatsApp message among the college professors group, where there were around 90 different activities, 90 different files. Each and every faculty member has to maintain. So we run behind these activities. Sometimes we prioritize these, the file keeping activity than that of our primary role as clear. We have to be a teacher. We have to handhold the students in total. So that's what actually it is not only in terms of making that particular subject known to them, but rather it is beyond that also. And then excusing of social and then political and then economic life also. So we never let the students, and then at the same time we never have that space for the social and then political and then the economic aspects of, and then always we think about work. Even on Saturdays and then Sundays also, we always bother about nuclear. So how to fulfill those set standards of various activities, and then the accreditation, all these things. So only study and evaluation. So ultimately, so this is what that is happening here. So about education, what said, and then what is done. I think probably you have to know the gap. The evaluation movement of education way back. It is definitely it is century old. So a lot of education systems were proposed. In fact, in our country also, once upon a time was famous for education also, where not this kind of education system, where a Gurukul kind of education system were followed, where the focus is on the total development of that particular student, and not on the specific skills. Where I'm talking about the recent education policies, which were drawn 100 years over a period of 100 years, to consider evaluation as a integral part of education process rather than an end course activity. But we totally ignored that, and then the planning and programming of evaluating students' achievements to prepare a careful and clear instructional objective So mostly, actually, I mean, we are not doing it. Though we have world famous teachers, that is like Isaac Newton, and then Pythagoras, Sarvapillai Radhakrishnan, and then Albert Einstein, and then John Adams, and then we have the world famous, I mean the Indian world famous Indian teachers like Savitri Bai, and then Chanakya, and then Manmohan Malviya, Dr. Sarvapillai Radhakrishnan, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Then still the famous teachers list is there. Dr. Rajendra Prasad, and then Dr. Shankar Dayal Sharma, and then Dr. Manmohan Singh, Dr. C.N.R. Rao. I think there is one said story about Dr. Shankar Dayal Sharma also. When he was professor at Pune University, the Sultan of Oman, he was his student. So when he became the president of India, officially he visited as a president to Oman. You know, as per the protocol of Oman, any dignitary should go to the palace. Then only that Sultan will. He has to come and then greet that particular dignitary. But rather, no clear. He broke, that is the Sultan of Oman, he broke all the protocol. He went there to the airport. He went up to the flight and then brought down Dr. Shankar Dayal Sharma by himself. And then he did another very important thing. That is, when his car was ready to take them, he asked his driver to give the car to him. And then he drove the car, keeping Dr. Shankar Dayal Sharma in the backside. So the entire world was witnessing that particular thing. So when the news people questioned about violating this particular protocol, he proudly said, I am respecting my teacher. So this is what an ultimate respect for a teacher. Even from a king also. So this is what. But there are good teachers like what we have seen. But at the same time, if you see this slide, so these are the dropouts. These people were branded as they are incapable of education. So Bill Gates. So right now he's the second world richest person with $114 billion. The head of Microsoft Corporation. So he was a dropout. And then Mark Zuckerberg. I think you may be knowing it also. So where he's also a dropout. He's again dropout from Harvard University, and then Henry Ford is a high school dropout, where when people have, the teachers have branded him as, identified him as he's not fit for education. He has a learning disability, something like that. And then Steve Jobs also, so who has totally transformed the way we use our mobile systems. This continues also. So again, here also, I think I can give one example of Shivan Nadar also. So who was a dropout from the PhD College of Technology. All these things says that where things went wrong as far as our education system is concerned. Yes, actually, we have adapted a lot of technology-based learning, like the problem-based learning. The student were allowed to create content, and then collaborative learning. So we have a lot of a platform for collaborative learning. Even government itself has come out with such a platforms also. And then competency-based education, active learning, blended learning, flip learning, then integrated subjects. So all these things are happening there, but even in spite of that, somewhere something went wrong. I think this is a funny cartoon where very recently, in fact, when COVID hit, so all of us we were hiding on the digital domain. We delivered all our content to the digital domain, but we do not know how far. All our teaching have affected also. So again, a funny cartoon about that. The technology-based learning. So this is one another interesting statistics which I pulled out about the technology-based learning outcome during the COVID. See, the depression. See, the depression is not about the COVID. Mind it, the depression is all about nuclear. The learning platform. See, the level of the depression have increased, and then anxiety to the students have also increased, and then the stress of the students have also increased, and then the loneliness of the students have also increased. So when they were subjected to all these sort of nuclear education system, where we take the students away from the classroom or what is it? This particular environment where the teachers play a very important role in molding them also. See, not only teaching. So that's what actually again and again I wanted to say. So all these factors, the depression and then anxiety and then the stress and then the loneliness, all are byproducts of say a student who are not connecting with his own friends, and then mostly nuclear with the teacher and then with the parents also. I think all of you agree with me. It is the teachers, that is we, who are the third parents for the children. So if we are away from the children, okay, or the students, so definitely all these psychological issues will prop up. So we need to do these certain things nuclear. That is certain things in the sense nuclear. How to bring them back to our. So that's what in a clear way. So how to rehumanize nuclear the education system. Yeah, I agree. See that technology have really played a very important role, but that is not alone education system, but rather nuclear. We are dealing with the humans, so they have the feeling. All the things are there. So they need to be properly handled also. So that's what actually I want to say. So and then another very important qualities of the conventional learning is reading books, but I think it's a funny cartoon, but it speaks a lot. During our school days and then college days, do you remember how we were asked to read storybooks and then a lot of other literatures, and then we were asked to share what we have read. So mostly people like us were built on these qualities. We still most of us, we try to maintain a private, a separate library in our house as well as in our professional places also. So the reading were some of the important activity that every day we do. So the reading makes us noble in most of the cases, but it is not happening. So what I want to say is the conventional classroom learning, it promotes collaborative and then peer-to-peer learning, and then enhances critical thinking skills of the students, and then improves the social skills also, and builds organizational skills, and then keeps students stimulated, and then access to resources. So all these things have happened in the classroom learning, where we could able to bring the students of the various qualities, and then we have prepared the students to listen to our particular class. I remember how one of my the professor, he used to prepare, before taking the particular class, he used to make the students very interesting to sit for these classes, because he used to take a difficult subject at the beginning or at the end of that particular class. So he used to tell a story which is more relevant to that particular time. One interesting story I remember. He said, I think, in fact, I derived it from another speaker also, but anyway, it's very interesting. Let me also repeat the same thing. There was a stout man who wanted to bring down his weight. So once he visited, European country, he visited that place where these things are facilitated. That is, so how to bring down the weight. So he went to the inquiry counter and then asked for, what are the different, things, available to bring, to bring down the weight. So he said, there is an ordinary scheme and then express scheme. That particular man, he said, okay, let him try with an ordinary stream. So for ordinary stream, he has to pay 10 euros per hour. So he paid 10 euros, and then he was let inside a room where a lot of furnitures were scrambled across. And then there was a beautiful girl, very attractive girl. So by curiosity, this stout gentleman, he started chasing that particular beautiful girl for about half an hour, and then she ran away. So then she came back. So that was the first exercise. So out of curiosity, he asked for what is the express way of bring down the weight. So that counter girl, she said, you have to pay 50 the euros per hour. So he paid 50 euros, and then again he was put on to another room where he went and said a similar situation was there, where a lot of things were scrambled across. There was a old lady who was standing there. So this time it is the old lady who was trying to catch him. So he wanted to have an escape. So within 10 minutes, he could not able to run, and then he came out. So this is the express way of. The crux of the story is. So the professor, he said that particular story, and then made all of us wake up to listen to that particular class. Still, I could not able to recollect what he really thought in that particular class. But this story, and then the way that actually he prepares that class, that still actually is there as a as a green memory. So these are some of the qualities as a teacher, where we have to. Definitely, these things cannot be assigned to a machine, such a collaborative learning or whatever it is that we try to do cannot help to bring this particular ambience also. But it is only the teachers, personally, we can do it also. So that's what actually I want to say. So now, going the evaluation of this education system, that education 1.0, that is centuries of experience with the memorization. So, long before it has started, all along the way, our knowledge were measured. Still, it is also being measured as how much we could able to memorize. Excuse me. And then in education, in education 2.0, we widely used internet-enabled learning, where the content were available. So the client server played a very important role, where the resources were available online, so the students can experience anywhere, anytime learning. And then augmented learning, all these things happened. So in education 3.0, where the knowledge, consumption of knowledge, and then the producing the knowledge, were given more importance because of the availability of more and more technology, where the AI, all these things had played a very important role. And then empowering education to, in education 4.0, that's what actually we are right now in the era where empowering education to produce innovation. That's what right now we are there. But again, we are not successful in bringing what is there the inside. To all our students also. So still, we need to go with the education 5.0, where we have to clearly understand what need to be adjusted with the education 4.0. The previous version of this education. So this slide gives details about the challenges in the current education system. Some of the things already are visited also. In the informal way of the introductory discussions also, where we have listed the lack of purpose and motivation for many students. Still, if you see the students, I can quote a simple example. Everywhere, it is a mad rush towards AI and then ML related programs among the student community. I do not know either the entire world have enough placement job opportunity for these number of AI and then data science and then ML specialized students who try to take an exclusively degree on that. See, that itself shows that clear what is the lack of purpose. Clear. So they were not properly molded by teachers like us, and then the parents also, even the society to some extent, as well as the government organization itself. Clear. All entities should be blamed for this particular lacuna also. Now we are seeing the core branches were neglected, and then in the schools, there is an attitude where the students were not taking up the core science and maths related studies. They wanted to have yet another different way, study. They do not want to have deep and then hard learning. And not only that, actually, they are not interested in looking around what is happening there, what is going to happen also. So those things are not being properly managed, properly not informed to the students. Mostly by teachers like us. And then the outdated model designed for a different era. So the outdated model still, I can say that we have define it, the curriculum and then syllabus with that. We do not know what are the facility, positive of the students, what are the capabilities of the students. All those things are not mapped by us properly. So we go with the general syllabus and then the curriculum, which are mostly outdated also. I can quote another example in this particular category, where in our desktop and the laptop, even in our mobile also, well, far advanced chips are used, but students, they never learn anywhere about those processes and other things. Still, we are comfortable with the outdated model of teaching with 80, 86, 30 years old model processor. I do not know. All of us need to be blamed for that. And then division between academic and the non-academic limiting potentials also. Again, where academic and the non-academic people, they say that clear. When non-academic activities are trying to surface, then we say that no, our students are deviating. They're not concentrating on this academics like that. Actually, we try to pull them down. The second thing is the need for adaptation, transition from a curriculum deliverer to learning coach also. See, the learning coach, I think there is a difference between the learning coach and then the curriculum deliverer. So definitely we have to change ourselves to a new dimension also. That is very important point as far as rehumanization is concerned. And then fueling natural passion and genius in students. So this is what totally we forgot. So with evaluation systems, with the outdated evaluation systems, with the blunt evaluation systems, we normally try to group the students, either they are doing good or bad. When we treat them based on that, but we never encourage them. What are their other inner qualities also? Encouraging questionings and then innovative thinking. So these are need to happen. And then again, limitations and obstacle in the existing education system, as stated there, desire of teacher to fulfill new roles. So as a teacher, we are not bothered about taking up new role. We are having reservation on learning. At this point of time, I'm telling you, around 50% of the faculty members right now will be losing their job within another 10 years, with sort of the disruptions which are happening there in the education industry, with the AR and then VR and then MR, that is augmented reality, virtual reality, and then so those things are going to play a very, very important role. We are not bothered about learning the nuances of those concepts. Definitely, the way that actually we are comfortable with the existing content delivery. Actually, we strictly go through that. We never allow ourselves for learning new way of delivering things also. And then outdated and absolute system constraints, already I pointed also. And then questioning the system's integrity and need for changes also. So this is again one of the very, very important bad thing which are happening there among faculty community, where we still say that clear, whenever a new way of education as well as new way of evaluations were brought in clear, so we used to question the integrity of that particular process. We try to avoid it also. So these are some of the limitations. And then the values of new education systems, as pointed there, the embedding sustainability and adaptability. So that the sustainability and the adaptability are very, very important for the new set of students. Even if you see the rate of the students, ditching one organization with another organization. So without exhibiting any sort of loyalty on to the previous organization, whom have spent much resources on, bringing up their quality. All the things are clear. They flip to organization. So these are some of the problems. These are associated with the mindset where, and then again, adaptability also. In many occasions, I can, adapting to the new technology, adapting to the new environment, adapting to the new group. All these things are problematic. I think some of the faculty members agree with me. When the students come from school to the college, they used to, request us put all the four of us there in the same classroom. So definitely, for administrative reason, when we wanted to split them onto different classrooms or different group nuclear, we used to face stiff resistance from the student community that actually these are things which are imposed on them also. So these are the qualities nuclear which need to be imbibed among the students. And then imagining potential features on the disease of the world. So this imagining potential features and the disease of the world, that particular nature has to be properly nurtured from our side. So unless we humanize nuclear, the education system, so this thing cannot happen, because as far as imagining the potential future, all these are concerned. Okay, so the student need to have a 360-degree view of what is happening there in other domain. They need to have a good amount of interaction among them. So then only they can imagine about how to apply what that he has studied, understood onto the new domain. So definitely. This things has to happen. The influence of global interconnectivity and then smart machines and then emerging media. So these qualities need to be properly nurtured by us. Mostly as a faculty, as a society, nuclear. Where again, I am coming back to the interconnectivity, not interconnecting the various machines, but interconnecting the various stakeholders. So that's what again and again I'm coming back to the rehumanization point. I think all of you agree with me that is importance of lifelong learning. As our life expectancy is around 100 years. Again, changing the career path. All these things should be what is it? The natural qualities of the students. So definitely, unless there are good amount of interaction, so definitely these sort of change cannot happen. Also, change management cannot happen. Also, and then continuous re-education and acquiring new skills. So these things has to happen. And then meeting the demands of innovation and the pace. Already. In the previous slide itself, I told about one of the very, very important character of the nature of our students as innovators also. This is another very interesting point that I wanted to stress, that embracing disruption as an opportunity. So where we miserably fail in educating our students about the embracing disruption as an opportunity. So here, dear faculty friends, it's only disruption, it is not distraction. I can quote umpteen number of examples for disruption. Every day, so the Google is one disruptor in all our lifestyle, and then that YouTube is a disruptor. We never, we never imagine about nuclear. All the videos that actually we create, all the videos that we upload will have such a significance. So right now, the YouTube channel throughout the world, there are 2 crore are earning their bread and butter only through YouTube channel itself. So imagine about these sort of disruptions which are happening there, and then again, another disruption is I can quote that Kodak film, camera issue also. So how they neglected the disruptions, digital disruptions which are happening there in the, what is it, in the image industry. They neglected that particular, they didn't bother about understanding that particular disruptions which are happening there in that particular domain. So totally the Kodak is no more, they become bankrupt also. So now the thing is actually we have to make our students to be a disruptor. So normally a disruptor will have a different view of thinking than the rest of the students. So we need to make them to have a critical thinking also. So mostly when all these things happens, when the questioning, all these things happens. So again, how are we accepting these questionings? Then how are we encouraging these things to happen? All these things matters, and then taking the responsibility and action. Definitely, as faculty members, we have. It is our responsibility also. When acknowledging the need for individual and collective responsibility, we have to understand it. Encouraging proactive efforts to shape the desired future. So these are the responsibilities of the teachers. This is a very interesting slide. So whoever asked this particular question, what is rehumanizing education? So if you and then me, if we sit on that examination hall and then asked to write about define rehumanizing education, I'll define the rehumanizing education as is a concept that goes beyond education 5.0 and is crucial for achieving the vision 2030. Later we'll see what are the vision 2030. It emphasizes the need to prioritize the human values. Again, let me read. It emphasizes the need to prioritize human values, well-being, and holistic development in education system. There are some key points on rehumanizing education to achieve the vision 2030. That is whole person development. Education should focus on not only on academic knowledge but also on developing students' social, emotional, and ethical skills. This includes promoting empathy, resilience, creativity, critical thinking, and problem-solving ability. So this is a very, very important slide. The phrase, the statement in other way, where all of us, we have to again and again, plan all our delivery systems, our education systems are meeting out these set goals. But definitely, all these things are not possible with the latest technology or what the latest pedagogy. All these things not clear. So definitely, it cannot achieve unless both the stakeholders like the parents and then the students and then the faculty members like you and then me were connected together. Then only all these things are possible there. So that's what actually again and again we are emphasizing on rehumanizing education. So again, whatever that actually I said in the previous slide, so I'm putting in the sentence as a points, the prioritizing human values, well-being, holistic development, and then shift towards active student participation and real-world applications. So it's very, very important. And then inclusive education, that is ensure equal access for all, fostering diversity and then empathy also. So the quality education to all. So that is very, very important. Fostering diversity and then empathy also. So in many of the occasions that empathy is not been properly taken care also, because actually we have that attitude. Different attitude towards the slow learners and then difficulty. We never understand their difficulty, but we try to blame them. For failure of our role also. So that's what the well-being support, the prioritize mental health, and then create a positive learning environment. See this mental health. So it's very, very important question. There are a lot of news we are hearing about the suicidal incidents which are happening there in some of the well-known educational institutions, as well as other schools and then colleges also. See how the faculty members have not taken up their responsibility for creating the better mental health, and then collaboration, community engagement, the foster collaboration, connect learning to real world issues. So that's what actually is very, very important, which is lagging. And then lifelong learning, and then ethical and sustainable education also, and then nurturing well-rounded individuals. So see, this is very, very important. So develop resilient, creative, and critical thinkers. So develop resilient and then creative and then the critical thinkers. So this resilient, it's very, very important. And then empowering for the future, that is equip students with the skills and values for future challenges also. Now, this particular slide talks about rehumanizing education for holistic development of students, but against the digital dominance. So that's what actually this particular slide says. Because there is a notion among the students as well as the parents, even to some extent the faculty themselves, where the digital systems are trying to provide the necessary information. Then why we need to use? Why we need to put them with the classroom kind of teaching environment. So this particular slide will make us to understand what are the problems. So the digital technology consumption is growing rapidly. I think all of you agree with me. And then the education sector is embracing digitization to equip students for success and meet national aspirations. Yes, there is no doubt on that. And then innovative teaching experience such as artificial intelligence and then virtual reality, augmented reality, and enhanced learning outcome. Those things are enhancing the learning outcomes. Definitely, there is no doubt about all these things. Clear, but the problem is, it is crucial to balance the digitization with the development of basic human skills and then holistic growth. So that is very, very important. So in all the things what I said in the previous slides, so definitely no digital system, nothing nuclear can take care of our students in those aspects. So that's what actually we have to understand. The traditional teacher-centered education is transitioning to student-centered and self-centered learning. Then again, the same thing. Online delivery, remote learning, and then personalized approaches are reducing the central role of teachers. Clear? And then over reliance on technology can lead to isolation and then loneliness, and then techno-lonely. So this is another buzzword. I mean, people are frequently coming across the techno-lonely. So I mean, already in the previous slide, I told about some of the measures. Like in the first slide, I said about how the depression level of the students are increasing. Those things are happening just because of this isolation. And then the social connections and friendships are vital for students' well-being and mental health also. So definitely, unless there is a rehumanization, unless the students are connected with all their peers and then mentors like us, then only there can be well pruning. So universities have a crucial role in fostering human connections and creating supportive learning environment. Not only universities, all education institutions have to do that. And then co-curricular activities, on-campus living, and off-campus experience. So definitely, any technology-based learning cannot give these sort of experience unless we make that the rehumanization. Then again, mostly, whatever that already I told, that the human-centric education focus on academic knowledge, career development, and being a well-rounded individual. Yes, in many slides, this has already been emphasized also. So I'm skipping this. Again, whatever, this is consolidation. While digital skills are essential, human soft skills like communication, collaborations, and empathy remains critical. So continuous upskilling and then adaptability are necessary as technology evolves, but human skills endure. I think all of you agree with me. In nutshell, the Education 5.0, it should include putting human qualities in the center of the education, and then a market and then company needs based upon the societal and then the learners need, and then offering big picture of education. It should happen there, and then learner as change clear. So that sort of attitude should be imbibed, imbibed, and then it should be the quality also, the safety and ergonomic at home and then school and work. So the many things need to be taken care and then prepare students for lifelong learning. And then the last thing, the ensuring freedom of curriculum goals and learning outcomes from conventional qualification framework to offer relevant, personalized, and personal learning. So this is very, very important point. If we have adapted this ensuring freedom of curriculum goals and learning outcomes from conventional qualification frameworks to offer relevant, personalized, and personal learning, all the billionaires, the college dropouts and the school dropout billionaires would not have been, in this particular category if these points were really practiced by education service providers. We failed it. At least the Education 5.0 should concentrate on those aspects. And then coming to the next important issue, now I think all of us, we are working towards the sustainable goal development. Sustainable goals. The UN have set 17 sustainable goals for the basic existence of this only one world, clear, where totally around the population is going to be around 800 crore. Thanks to our liberty, we have surpassed China. Now we have 140 crore population. So the sustainability, all these 17 goals of the UN is very, very important. So we need to have a total different outlook towards the sustainability. So where when we discuss about Education 5.0, we have to embed this SDG goals along with this Education 5.0, if Education 5.0 without this SDG, definitely it is something like discussing about planning a roadmap for to a non-existing place. I think clear. So again, in another example, let me tell you. Suppose in a football ground, clear. All here this side 11 and then that side 11 members are playing. But assume that there is no goal post. So it is totally meaningless. Okay, so that's what actually here everything is limited in nature. So one is associated with the other thing very critically. So one, in the sense, I am not talking about the material alone there. So primarily, it is the humanizing all our activity. So among all these 17 nuclear, this the quality education, that is SDG goal 4, it is very, very important. So it can do if it is properly aligned with the education 5.0. So definitely there will be a lot of changes in the way that things are happening around with the limited resources which are happening there. I think all of you are aware. So over 400 years, right from the industrialization to till now, how we have damaged the only one Mother Earth. I think all of you are seeing that James Webb telescope. And every day I used to spend at least half an hour. In that particular space, how that 80,000 crore of the telescope which NASA has sent to space, how it is trying to explore another livable planet across the various universe, various solar system. But most of the things says that right now around 60 such planets are identified, but either they are livable, and then how long it will take to reach them. Suppose if we totally spoil our only one Mother Earth nuclear. So these are the questions. Clear. So really, we have to bother about nuclear. So how we can have a good SDG planning through the education 5.0. So the factors which are directly connected with the education 5.0 as far as SDGs are concerned, no poverty, and then health and well-being, and then gender equality, and then decent work, and then economic growth. Finally, the responsible and consumption and responsible consumption and production. Clear. So many things are associated with the responsible consumption and production, and then the climate change and mitigation, and then peace, justice, and strong institutions. Clear. So these are the very important. Clear. Let me say 7 SDG goals which are directly connected with education. That too, I'll say that if education 5.0 is properly taken into consideration, so there will be a lot of such changes. As already I told you, if you see the climate changes, never in the history of Europe such a drought situations have happened. Yesterday, in fact, I gone through one of the YouTube video. The Spain is totally running out of water. Most of the countries have started converting seawater into consumable water also. So what will be the impact of taking out such a huge water quantity from the sea? What will be the changes in the dynamics? And then see and then gigatons of carbon monoxide. All these things were already put on onto our atmosphere. So suppose if we stop emitting carbon from now, it will take another 60-70 years for the entire world to again to settle with all the negatives impacts of the carbonization also. So many things it need to be properly embedded in the education itself. So I think dear faculty members, all of you agree with me. Whenever we plan any content delivery, we talk about what is the total number of credits for having that particular qualification. It could be right now. I think thanks to that NEP, where even that ABC also Academic Bank of Credit, where right from the first standard onwards to the PhD, so where clear credit frameworks were assigned. So the advantage is there can be a seamless migration of students from one learning institution to the other learning platform or institutions, so that they can accumulate their credit. All those things, yes, it's good, but ultimately, when I learn a particular subject, when I learn a particular program, I should also have these byproducts also. That is, what is the impact of that particular subject on to these SDG goals. So when I teach, say for example, nuclear energy producing methods, I can say, I can well educate them with say what are the green way of producing the energy, and then what are the non-green way of, that is how we are taking the fossil fuel, and then how much of these carbon footprints are put across onto the so far have been put onto the Mother Earth, so which are detrimental to the basic existence of the human being on the Mother Earth. So all these topics clear should be properly again embedded with the SDG goals through the involvement of, here where it is very important, with humans, because ultimately nuclear we wanted to connect the various stakeholders. So all in one way or other nuclear, it is only the human who are connected with each other on the various aspects, various domain enablers. So there should be a good amount of interaction among the stakeholders. That particular syllabus, and then the content delivery, and then the evaluation system nuclear should make them to understand, to look into all these SDG goals also. So as already told you, that education has got a direct connection with the health, and then inequality, and then the climate changes, and then growth, and then employment, and then SCP also, and then the peace and inclusion societies, gender equality. All these things are directly connected. So if you see the SDG 4, that is nuclear, which has got 7 targets and then 3 means of implementations. I think probably the previous speaker would have already introduced this particular briefly about this particular topic also. So just for the information purpose, I'm just displaying it. So where as far as 7 targets are concerned, the free primary and secondary education, equal access to quality pre-primary education, and then equal access to affordable technical and then vocational and then higher education. So there is a question. So what is it, affordability behind that? And then other thing, what is the quality behind that? All these things matters. The increasing the number of people with the relevant skills, and then financial success also. So this is another very important thing, the skilling of. Definitely. The learned community will understand. Agree with me. The skilling can happen only if the particular student works with the human who are there in that particular learning. In the particular the skill learning environment. So definitely digitization, all these things clear. We can give only what is it? A planning, or to have a cognitions of that particular that situation can be given only by the digital methods, but rather the real skilling, all these things can take place only if human are there in that particular, human are involved in that particular learning process, and then eliminate all discriminations in education system. So still it is a question mark. I do not want to elaborate further on that. And then universal literacy and the numeracy. Yes, everybody agrees with that. Also, the education for sustainable development and global citizenship. This is very another interesting slide, dear faculty members. See the characteristics of best teachers from student survey. Again, see, you may ask a question, what is the relevance of this particular slide in this particular discussion? But yeah, it is very true. Most of the students, so this is a survey. So around 100 students were, allowed to give a survey on this particular aspects, where have a sense of humor. Clear? So the sense of humor, 79.2% of the students clear. They said the sense of humor is very, very important character for staff. Again, this is a question mark to all of us. There is a wrong notion among the faculty members. If we are, close with the students. If you are, if the distance between the student and then the faculty are coming down, so obviously they will take advantage, something like that. So all these things. But as far as learning is concerned, the way that actually we prepare that classroom ambience. Already I said about one of my professor. Whenever he teaches the hard subjects, so he used to put a cushion that is with a sense of humor as a platform, and then over there he prepare all of us to listen to that particular subject. So definitely, and then make the class interesting. So 73% of the students, they said faculty who do this, make the class interesting. So that is very, very important. And then have knowledge of the particular subjects, then explain things clearly, and then spend time to help students. So are fair to the students, and then treat students like adults, and then relate well to students. Are considerate of students' feelings, and then don't show favoritisms towards students. No, definitely these are the activities of human. Clear. So definitely assume that if we rely on technology as far as this particular things are concerned, so miserably there is no scope of this particular discussion at all. Clear. So very, very important information to all of us, dear friends, that what are the expectations of our students as a human. That's very, very important. Then again, in the reverse, what should not be from a faculty? So that's what a dull or boring class don't explain things clearly. So who are being totally neglected, rejected by the student community. That's what actually it shows that shows favoritism towards students and have a poor attitude. Expect too much from the students. So that's also, I think, very important thing. Message for people like me also. Expecting too much from the students and then don't relate to students and then give too much homework. This is another thing. I think there are some. Some of the faculty members are from schools also. So I think there are schools which which never allow giving any homework to the students, because actually they wanted to connect. They wanted to have a quality time with the parents and then with their peer fellow, classmates out of the school also. So they're very clear on those. Such a school have got very important importance among the community also. So don't give help individual attentions clear. So who do not clear, and then the lack of control, all these things. These slides, the effective teaching with the Education 5.0, exhibit the subject matter competence and then implement opportunity, appropriate instructional strategies, and then set high goals from themselves and students and plan for instructions, and then create developmental and opportunity, instructional materials and activities, manage classrooms for optimal learning. And I think most of us, we have come across with these, the use effective strategies to promote the students' motivation to learn, and then communicate well with the students and parents, have a good attitude, create, care about students. To conclude, let me say Education 5.0 prioritize humans over technology and use technology as a tool to enhance the education experience and effectiveness. It emphasizes making conscious and responsible choices while considering the broader impact and implications. Education 5.0 incorporates aspects of privacy, ethics, safety, and technological mindfulness. It requires a holistic approach that encompasses all essential elements of educational transformation, collaboration, and cooperation among key stakeholders, including government, education providers, industry, support structure, community, and learners themselves are crucial for successful implementations. The goal is to create a sustainable and bright future by aligning educational practice with the need of individuals, society, and environment. With the note, let me again go back to another very interesting story. Here it says how to bring out that inner qualities of students also as human. So this is the concluding remark that I wanted to give. So let me narrate another important, another story, derived story also, where one of my neighbor, he came across with a very important, very critical situation where his wife, he was sick, so he need to be rushed to the hospital immediately. There was a nearby auto stand. Unfortunately, the auto stand was having only one auto. That auto was driven by a part-time student. Clear? Where when that particular gentleman approached the student, the auto driver, he was reluctant. So even to just to take his wife to the nearest hospital, he demanded very huge money for that transportation. So he agreed. Then finally, both of them were taken by that particular student come auto driver, part-time student come auto driver to the nearest hospital. When after reaching the hospital, the patient need to be taken on the stretcher. So that particular student, after seeing the agony of that patient, so he helped. He has, along with that husband, he has carried the other two sides of the stretcher. and then again laying them onto the X-ray board. I mean, all these things were again and again helped by that particular that auto driver come part-time student. Finally, the treatment were over. Then again, the family, they came back from the hospital. Uh, I mean, when the time of settling that money comes, no clear, that particular auto driver, that is a part-time student, he neglected the money that he has demanded. So in the first case, he demanded very huge money for transporting. But now what happens in nuclear, the same auto driver had totally neglected, refused to take that particular money. So this is something like a very, very important thing. Uh, because I mean, if you see any student in nuclear, first the student know about him, something about him, and then the others know something about that student. But this is the third quality. Even the student do not know what is there inside. So this is the third person of, the third quality, the third character of that particular student also. So, dear faculty members, through this, education 5.0, especially that rehumanizing the education of the should make emphasize on this particular important aspects. Definitely, it should try to bring out what is hidden there. Among our student come, in that the inner mind of that particular student, so that nuclear. So if we try to touch on those things nuclear, so definitely those people nuclear, if they are properly identified, those things are properly identified and then nurtured, so they'll be the real leaders of of our country also. So with this, I thank again. The thing is, Dr. Dahlia, he said very clearly, I'll keep a clock in front of you. Again, there is an interesting joke also. There were when one speaker was told to give a speech, where he started delivering the speech. Finally, when the time comes, they put a clock in front of the teacher. Sorry, the presenter. So he was seeing the clock, and then he was continuing. At the end of the presentation, the person who arranged for this particular speaker, he said, "Sir, you didn't bother about seeing the calendar behind." So that means what happens, the speaker started speaking for days together. So I think that it should not be my case also. So I should strict my talk only within this particular 1.5 hours, so that let me have some Q&A session. If there are any discussions that need to be exchanged among our faculty friends. So with this, let me stop my presentation. Please, I think this is, though it is a funny slide, some sample outcome of some technology-based learning here. So anyway, take only the fun part of this. It's not to offend anybody, but rather nuclear. If we do not discuss, if we do not plan properly, and then those plans are not exchanged with others, what is the view? Am I doing it correct? Yeah, what is your opinion? So these are some of the connecting factors along with our learning activities also. If they are not happening there, so this will be the outcome of our teaching process. So with this, clear? So another very beautiful cartoon about a teacher. So who we are. So it is. I mean, we are. I mean, noble people there. I think the Scandinavian countries, that is not. I think not Scandinavian, but the Baltic countries, where the human index are very very important. The maximum salaries are being paid only for faculty members like us. The reason behind this, um, they are creating the future of their country. So than anybody else, than any other privileges. Even if you go on, I mean, if you try to book a railway, ticket. So if you say a teacher, so I mean, all the people who are there behind, I mean, the waitlist nuclear are not being considered when a teacher needs, booking also. And then the pay, everything, all the facilities, all these things are really great in those countries. I think yeah, our society, our administration, our system should also recognize the role of a teacher. So this is again another, just it's an image where I forgot about this particular gentleman, but he receives the best teacher award from our late President Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. So this is a regular process. Every year, our president, distribute the best teacher award also. I hope you and then me will change the way that actually we are, doing the content delivery preparations, all these things with the human touch. With respect to meeting out that education 5.0 challenges, and then with the 2030 challenges, I think all of you are aware, we wanted to have 100% literacy, that too, that higher educational enrollment ratio. So right now we have only, I think in our country it is only 56. We need to raise 56 or 57, I do not know, but rather it should be 100. So all our citizens should have access to the higher educational activities also. So with this, thank you for patiently listening to me. So this is the first attempt from my side to decipher about the education 5.0, and then what should we do as far as the rehumanization is concerned. So your comments are most welcome at this stage. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir. It was such an interesting and informative session, and hope all the participants have enjoyed it. It's time for the queries now. Participants can post your queries in the chat box. The query, sir.
What is it? Which is not visible to me.
How to justify the educational practices with essential elements of educational transformation?
See, it is a very, very, very generic question. How to justify? Definitely, the justification. It is. Each stakeholder need to have a various context for the particular justification. Say, as an educator, I need to have a justification, and then as a parent also. There is, the context of justification expectations are different. So definitely, we have to identify that particular stakeholder position, and then only I think we can elaborate further on that particular justification process itself. As a teacher, say I can take care of say am I doing all these initiatives of Education 5.0? Definitely, am I following following all the things that I have planned? Am I listening to the system and then the feedbacks? Then am I aligning to the local, the developments, all these things which are happening there? And then am I, understanding the future developments which are waiting to happen? So many such questions need to be asked among ourselves. So it is a broad question anyway. So we need to have a separate title for, topic, time for discussing those things. Thanks a lot.
How much of technology can replace the age-old system of blackboard system, where you can repeat the process of understanding?
That's what actually I told Madam. See, don't see. How much? No, there is no replacement for blackboard system. So that's what actually the Education 5.0 says. No replacement. If you think about replacement, so definitely we are creating. Yeah, I can say, lunatic. Persons. So though they may have demonstrable skills, but definitely those people without the blackboard. The blackboard in the sense don't confine. The one of the pedagogy as a blackboard, but rather nuclear. I'm talking about a classroom ambience, classroom environment. So that's what actually I'm talking about. Where we have to. Students should have nurturing from our side, where the nurturing should be, and then planning of planning of the curriculum, delivery of the curriculum. So all these things should have a personalization. That's what is very, very important. A personalization with respect to the rehumanization is concerned. It's very, very important. So unless, because in the beginning of the slides itself, I told about, clear. So what they are all from the Bill Gates onwards who are they are exceptionally doing well. Then who is it wrong? The education system is it wrong? It's a faulty, or these people are faulty. So definitely, I'll say that so somewhere the education system had not understood the potential of these people there. So the same curriculum, and then same delivery definitely cannot be. A usual. It cannot be an effective system at all, because you will 100% agree with me. The perception of that same subject vary from person to person. The interest of the person. So definitely a same topic may be having, maybe a student with good mathematical skills may try to find out what are design and then science and then science aspects of that particular topic. But rather, say suppose if he is an innovator, he will think in terms of so how to use the same topic for a new innovation, something like that. So that the same way, a person with the business attitude will try to have a different thinking also. So each are having the equal contribution, but at the same time not clear. In one aspect, but just with the one aspect, he had not solved that particular equation properly. He had not derived that, came out with that proper answer. Not clear. If he fail him, not clear. So there where the problem comes. So that should be properly taken care. So this is what actually a direct answer for this particular question. So now we have to adapt to the individual. The human touch should be there. As a faculty member, when we deal with all our 60 students, but 60 are 60 different characters. So what are we? How are we? Approaching them. So that makes it.
So one more question. Parents also must be prepared for the new system, isn't it?
Yes, definitely. I told in the very beginning itself, just the phenomena of AI and then data science. Do the student aware? Are the student aware of the AI and then machine language and then the data science subjects? No. It is the parents, because actually, the COVID has said except the students, except the employees who sit in front of the system, the rest were sent out. They were jobless during the COVID. So, and then again, there are a few new technology, AI, and then ML, and then data science, which are coming up. So obviously, their children should learn only AI, data science, and then machine language. The entire country, entire engineering college, entire arts and science institutions are focusing only on this AI and the data science. So parents also know clear. They're insisting. They're asking for the same subjects. But as a parent, as a staff member, especially as a parent, So definitely, we have to prepare our children. So we have to educate our children about what should be the future. We should, able to have, cognitions of his talents, ability also. So are the parents are having any scientific, adapting any scientific methods of identifying the capabilities? No. Simply, they're, comparing nuclear. The neighbor, he's he's there studying in this institution. He's getting only, he's scoring this mark, but they never bothered about nuclear, their responsibilities. So, I'll say that equally, the parents are also important. They're not taking their responsibilities properly. So, they should have, before, allowing their children, even, I'm talking about the college, but rather clear from the schooling onwards. Clear. So it is the role of the parent also to tell about what is the purpose of going to school. So what is the purpose of having a good quality friends? What is the importance of mingling with the families of good friends? What is the importance of taking out educational trip or whatever it is? So what is the importance of community activity? So like that, it is mostly the parents, and then obviously as a third parent, faculty members like us also. So we should also think about these things. So definitely, the role of the parents are very important. As then I would say that teachers.
So there is one more question, sir. The paradigm shift of education from 1.0 to 5.0, a centric learning method. How far will it enhance and support the understanding of concepts compared to blackboard teaching?
Already, definitely, if you see the evaluation, whenever the technology evolves, so obviously it has got a direct implication on the teaching, on the education system also. So, in my slide itself, I clearly told about education 1.0. It was totally, gauging the students based upon what they memorize and reproduce. But rather nuclear. slowly the technology or the tools, I mean, have enabled to make the particular concept more understandable. So it is something like uh, uh, when things are not known, these technologies are making the different the distance between distance between what is not known to known. So when more and more technologies are used, yeah, so definitely the actually the gap between known and then unknown comes down. But at the same time, here the problem is when the student started knowing many things nuclear, so it's not stopped with that particular process. So the knowing need to be properly, passed over to or applied to the rest of the other situations. The rest of the things which are happening. I'll say that there should be a 360-degree view of clear. What is the role of whatever that actually he right now knows with all the, the technology, through all the technology that actually he learned. Okay? In what way, okay, it can make, say, the living of the human being in this one planet, okay, how it can improve. I can derive thousands of such similar questions, okay, with respect to various SDG goals and other things also. What is the impact of this particular thing on the environment? So like that, so we can create humpty number of such questions. But what I'm trying to say is, tools are really important thing, but they are only enablers. Yeah, they cannot replace a human educator. So that's what actually again and again I'm telling that. So yes, we visited all the developments, but finally, we have again come back to the point zero, where everything was what is it that actually that humanization, where there are close interaction among the student and then the faculty community and then the society. All these things were embedded together in those olden days. But the technology made a drift. But if along with the technology, if again if you rewire it, so definitely this will be the human will be very the civilization can be even better than now also. That's what I can say.
Is there any other questions? Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thanks for answering all the questions very patiently.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. So thank you for providing such a wonderful opportunity for me to talk about and then to share some of my views. So in fact, if my views are having any criticism, please feel free to communicate to me, correct me. Then only there can be sustainable developments also. So please connect with the system. With me, and then as far as this particular content delivery is concerned. Thanks a lot. I have to thank once again Dr. Kanya and then Dr. Dahlia for providing such a wonderful opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So before we conclude the session, it's time to express our gratitude to today's speaker and to all our participants. So I would like to call upon Mr. A.P. Babu, Department of Information Technology, to give a formal vote of thanks.
Thank you, madam. Good afternoon, all. It is with great pleasure and a sense of gratitude that I stand before you today to extend a heartfelt vote of thanks on behalf of the Department of Information Technology and the Academic Staff College for organizing this remarkable virtual faculty development program on Education 5.0. I want to express my profound gratitude to our founder, Chancellor through A.C. Sanmugam sir, and our President, Engineer ACS Arun Kumar sir, for their continuous guidance and pillar of support in organizing such events. I would also like to extend our sincere gratitude to our convener, Dr. N. Kanya ma'am, for her exceptional efforts in organizing this program. On this final day, I would like to thank all the resource persons who enriched their knowledges. On day one, Society 5.0 and Education 5.0 was handled by Professor Samuel Jansen from VIT University, Andhra Pradesh. On day two, a role of Education 5.0 in implementation of SDGs was handled by Mr. Dexter Sam from Program Director, STEER Education. On day 3, AI and Education 5.0 was handled by Dr. Lakshmi Priya from Avinasilingam University. On day 4, about outcome-based education was handled by Dr. Grace Mary Kanaga from Karunya University. Today, the final day, we have an additional registrar, Dr. V. Cirilraj sir, who handled the session of Rehumanizing Education Beyond Education 5.0 to achieve Vision 2030. Thank you, sir. We extend our gratitude to the faculty members of the Department of Information Technology and the Academic Staff College for their unwavering support and guidance throughout this program. A special word of thanks goes out to all the participants who joined us from various institutions. Your active participation, enthusiasm, and valuable contributions have made this program engaging and enriching. We hope that the knowledge and insights gained during this program will help you excel in your teaching careers and contribute to the advancement of education in your respective institutions. Last but not least, I would like to thank our program organizing members, Dr. Dahlia Sam and Mr. T. Vijayarasu, for their hard work and effort. Thank you once again, and we look forward to future collaborations and opportunities to enhance our knowledge and skill together. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.
Thank you, sir. The attendance link is posted in the chat box. Participants can kindly fill in. It was great to be the part of this 5 days virtual faculty development program and feeling immense pleasure to travel along with you all. Hope all the participants have enjoyed watching it and felt useful. With this note, I would like to sign off from here now. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Dr. MGR, Educational and Research Institute University, welcomes you. Faculty of Engineering and Technology, Mechanical Engineering, Electronic and Communication Engineering, Electrical and Electronic Engineering, Computer Science and Engineering, Electronic and Communication Engineering, Biotechnology,
Rajajeshwari Medical College and Hospital is a dynamic, reputed, highly acclaimed institution situated in the serene 25-acre campus in southwest Bangalore. The college has state-of-the-art central research laboratory with qualified and trained personnel. The fully modular operation theatres in the hospital are equipped with the most advanced systems and devices. Highly experienced, top-notch surgeons undertake complex surgeries in a spectrum of specialties, thus helping the patients to get the best clinical care.
ACS Medical College and Hospital, Chennai.
This spacious, well-ventilated and audio-visual equipped lecture halls and classrooms are designed to provide space for CMEs and training sessions for the doctors, students, staffs and nurses and technicians.
Faculty of Medicine, Sri Lalitambigai Medical College and Hospital.
The hospital has a wide range of round-the-clock laboratory infrastructure with skilled staff providing prompt service to the patients. The ICUs constitute the pride of the hospital healthcare delivery. The well-stocked pharmacy in the hospital works around the clock.
Faculty of Dental Surgery, Thai Mogambigai Dental College and Hospital. Faculty of Architecture. Faculty of Arts and Commerce. Faculty of Humanities and Sciences. Faculty of Law. Faculty of Physiotherapy.
Skilled staffed physiotherapy department helps in the rehabilitation process.
Faculty of Pharmacy.
The well-stocked pharmacy in the hospital works around the clock.
Faculty of Nursing. Faculty of Allied Health Sciences. Computer Applications. Faculty of Hotel Management, de novo courses. Faculty of Education. General Facilities.
Library is a treasure trove of knowledge. Fully equipped ambulance services, multi-cuisine nutritional cafeteria for students and the staff, gym facilities, separate sessions for men and women comes with all exercise equipment. A spectacular cricket ground and separate swimming pools for boys and girls.
Few of our events in lineup. Degrees are awarded to the graduates on the convocation day. Dr. MGR University, providing education with moral and social values to bring out the youth with character and humility beyond compare. Following the footsteps of a phenomenon, Bharat Ratna, Dr. M.G. Ramachandran, former Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, for meaningful progress and better tomorrow.